Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashnapati Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham karoti vachalam pangum rangayate girim Yat kripa tamham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarine. Hare Krishna. So today we'll see 77th verse of chapter 18, which is the second last verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And this verse is also spoken by Sanjaya. This is spoken to Dhritarashtra, who the Bhagavad Gita started with same conversation of Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra, and now ending with the same conversation. So after hearing Bhagavad Gita or instructions of Krishna and seeing Krishna and Arjuna's conversation, Sanjay is expressing his feelings, how he is feeling, so that he is continued. Tacha samsmritya samsmritya
Tacha samsritya
rupam ati adbhutam hare
Rupam ati adbhutam hare
vismayo me maharajan
Vismayo me maharajan
Rishyami cha punha punha.
Rishyami cha punaha punaha
So,
Tacha samsmitya Rupam ati adbhutam hareha Vismayo me mahan rajan Rishyami cha punaha punaha
तच्च संस्मृत्य रूपम अति अद्भुतं हरेः विस्मयो मे महाराजं हृष्यामि च पुनः पुनः.
again and again. Translation and purport. O King, as I remember the wonderful form of Lord Krishna, I am struck with wonder more and more, and I rejoice again and again. Purport. It appears that Sanjay also, by grace of Vyas, could see the universal form Krishna exhibited to Arjuna. It is of course said that Lord Krishna had never exhibited such form before. It was exhibited to Arjuna only. Yet some great devotees could also see the universal form of Krishna when it was shown to Arjuna, and Vyas was one of them. He is one of the great devotees of Lord, and he is considered to be powerful incarnation of Krishna. Vyas disclosed this to his disciples Sanjaya, who remembered that wonderful form of Krishna exhibited to Arjuna and enjoyed it repeatedly. So this is Sanjay talking about the universal form, the Vishwaroop, which was in the chapter 11. So it's true that Vishwaroop was not shown to anyone before Arjuna, and especially the Kala Roop that Krishna showed to Arjuna. So the Kala Roop is the roop which showed how everyone on the battlefield will be finished and Arjuna will be victorious. So that form was not shown. Another form of Vishwaroop was shown when Krishna went to Duryodhana as a peace for the peace and proposed for peace talk, but Duryodhana tried to arrest Krishna. So at that time, Krishna showed the universal form, but that form didn't have the Kal Roop. So, because the Kal Roop, how we understand that? Because in the Kal Roop, Arjuna saw Duryodhana also, Bhishma also, everyone was dying. But if that Kal Roop was shown to Duryodhana, he would have changed his mind. But that was not shown, so he didn't change, he didn't understand. So the Kal Roop was shown to only Arjuna, and with Arjuna, few devotees, elevated devotees also saw. In the 11th chapter, we see the descriptions that some of the Devatas also saw that in the higher planets. So Vyasdev of course saw, and so did Sanjay. Because of mercy of Vyas, he was able to see that. And now when Sanjay remembers that universal form, he is thrilled and he is surprised how that form was, and he is also wondering again and again how wonderful that form was. Of course, it was fearful also, but the form in which you can see all the universes, all the universe from top to bottom in one place, along with result of past future. It's an amazing form. And Arjuna was also surprised, but he was later fearful. But here Sanjay is saying that I'm wondering how that form was, because it's, of course, it's a sight that is rarely available to anyone, but it was available to Sanjay. So that is one of the wonder that Sanjay was able to see this form. That's a big thing, right? And of course, Sanjay, after seeing that form, he is enjoying just remembering that form again and again. So when we go to see some spectacular happening or spectacular event somewhere, we go to see that event, and once we see that event, but after we come back to our house, we remember that event. So after a couple of days, again we remember that, and when we remember that, we enjoy. So like we go to a picnic, or a beautiful spot where there is wonderful, peaceful nature. So when we go there, we see that form, we see that nature, and at the time we see that, we enjoy. But we also enjoy that after we come back to our house. And it's not only once we remember, but even if we every day we remember that form, we enjoy. We not form. Every day we remember that scenery or nature or whatever. We enjoy that. How we enjoyed. Uh, that's why we take so many pictures, right, on the phone. Nowadays there are phone, but previously there were cameras, right, roll. So we used to take the photos, and then we used to develop the photos, and then we used to see the hard copies. And by seeing the hard copies, we enjoy. uh, Say same photo we see several times, and whenever we see that photos, we remember, we refresh the memories, and then we enjoy, we feel happy, right? So that's a very gross example how our mentality is, how we enjoy the same thing if it gives happiness to our heart. So similarly, Sanjay is also remembering the wonderful form of Krishna, and he is enjoying that form again and again. So the more he remembers, the more he enjoys. And then again he wants to remember because of the enjoyment that he is getting. Right. So this is how uh, Sanjay is telling or reminding Duryodhan of the Vishwarup form, and what he has seen in the Vishwarup form. He's reminding, he's uh, telling Duryodhan that that form I am remembering again and again. So one of the reason is understand, Duryodhan, what was in that form, uh, and what's going to happen in that form, and what has been shown to Arjuna, the ultimate result of the war. So this is a hint to Duryodhan, if Duryodhan can remember. There was death of his all the sons, including Bhishma, Karna, Duryodhan, Dushasana, everyone. So he's giving hint about that form. That's another purpose of uh, remembering that form. So Sanjay has couple of times said Samskrutya, Samskrutya. When I remember, I remember. So he's giving the hints to Duryodhan, what has been told by Krishna. So now tomorrow's verse actually is the conclusion of Sanjay's Bhagavad Gita's talk or description to Duryodhan. He gives his views very clearly, without taking the names, but he conveys what he wants to tell to Duryodhan. So because he's being the personal servant of Duryodhan, he has duty to tell the truth. even if not directly, because Duryodhana is the king, Dhritarashtra is the king, he cannot directly tell, but he is trying his best to give the hints and his conclusions so that Duryodhana may consider it. So we'll see the last verse of the Bhagavad Gita tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Any comments, any suggestions? If any suggestions for what we should do next, you can write or you can share with us during the class today or tomorrow. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. We will see you tomorrow.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining.